Hi, Sean.
I talked to you yesterday.
Good. You are fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes.
A great host. Show is great. Listen to his show.
Absolutely, 95.5.
One mic.
Hey, Shelley Winter Show live, local, topical, and relevant, my friends. We are here on a Monday after the Masters. I'm going to talk a little Masters at the end of the show. It's not a sports show, but I just want to talk a little Rory and apologize to him for my comments on the Mark Aram show when I was filling in. So we're going to do that later on in the show. Also want to talk about some governors races and the messaging around governors racing. I want to talk about that coming up. I want to talk about Melania's press conference last week we didn't get to, and a lot more, ladies and gentlemen. But let's start here, my friends. Look, I don't know really anybody's faith tradition beyond what they tell me, right? I grew up in St. James Presbyterian Church. That's where I went to church every single day of my life, or not a day, every single Sunday of my life from the time I was born and baptized as a baby when they dabbed the water on my forehead. I was 13. I got confirmed, went to confirmation with about 10 other children in our church. We're all the same age. We all got confirmed together. And up until I was 18 years old, I went to church every single Sunday with my family. Around 13 or 14, I was on a junior usher board. I don't remember what Sunday it was, but once a month, the junior usher boards were the ushers, right? We stood at the door and passed out the programs, and then we did the collection plate, right? That's growing up. This was my upbringing. Played basketball after church because we had a gym in our church downstairs in the basement. They'd have food after church, and so the better part of 18 years of my life, I was in my church all the time. All the time. Football season came along, and we would try and leave by 1 o'clock if there was a Jet or Giant game, and we would try and leave to go home to watch it. Sometime we'd watch it there because our minister was a sports fan as well. So I spent a lot of time going to church. Blasphemy, the act of insulting or showing contempt or lack of reverence for God or to something sacred. To question the revered figures of Orthodox religion. Something said or done that is disrespectful to God or to something sacred. That's what blasphemy means. That's what it means. So Trump posted this image. You saw it. We all saw it. And I wasn't outraged necessarily like I saw for what it was. It was blasphemous. And it didn't rile me up because I'm not a fire and brimstone preacher. I go to church now as an adult. I told you how I was raised, but I attend church less than I go. I'm not a Christmas Easter guy, but I go often. But I don't go every Sunday. I admit to that. I watch it on television. But one thing I do every single night before I go to bed, I thank God for the day and I pray for a good night's sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I pray. Some call it meditation. I pray. Thank you, God. Thank you for all you've done for me. Please keep it going. Anything I can do. That's it. I just pray. That's my relationship. Yours may be different. But I will tell you this, my friends. That image did bother me. And it didn't bother me because I'm such a strong Christian or not a strong Christian. It bothered me because of the reactions to it. And that's what I'm finding. I want to start tonight's show by telling you that's what I'm finding out about myself. That I'm reacting less to the actions or policies or what Donald Trump is doing as president than I am reacting to those who love him so much. And that bothers me. That's concerning to me because it's not my spirit. I'm a talk radio host. I am literally paid every night to come on the radio and share my thoughts and opinions on everything going on around us, be it sports or news or culture or dating or politics, whatever it is. That's what they hey, Shelley, here's every 2 weeks, money hits my account in direct deposit. You go out and share your opinions. No rules. Well, except for don't curse and things like that. But no one gives me talking points. No one says you have to talk about this. No one says no one says that at all. Never have in this business. But that's literally what my job is. So I can't tell you that I was so outraged, but really what I reacted to was not the image itself, because I knew what that was. That image was blasphemous. And anybody that says it wasn't is not Christian. Let me just leave it right there. You're not a Christian. Your God is Trump. Let's be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell me, but be honest with yourself. You know that image was blasphemous. And how do I know that you know that image was blasphemous? Had that image had the face of Barack Obama or Joe Biden or any Democrat, you'd be screaming bloody murder. Fox would have been running with it all day long. That's how you know. That's the new test. For all of you out there, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, look at something that your side is doing and ask yourself, if the other side did the exact same thing, how would I feel? And if you can't answer that, then maybe you have mental problems. But if you can be honest with yourself and say, wow, you know what? If that was a picture of Obama, everything was the same, and Obama shared it on Twitter, I would be outraged. Then you should be outraged now. And that's what I think our world should do. We should have a new rule that before you post something, before you respond to something, ask yourself, how would you respond to this if it were the other side? If you're a Democrat, how would you respond to it if the Republicans did it? If you're a Republican, how would you respond to it if a Democrat did it? That's the test. That's the adult test. And for those of you who don't really believe that it's blasphemous, let me read this to you. The excuses, the reasoning. Early in the morning, I saw the post this morning. I saw people saying he's trolling the left. Okay. Then they said he's trolling the Pope. Then I thought to myself, that's a defense of what this image says. He's trolling the Pope. The man who leads a religious group of people in the tune of millions in this country, almost 40 million people in this country are Catholic, and you're saying it's okay for him to have trolled that group of people? That's okay to you? Then they said, when it came out, and he said the doctor part, we'll play that coming up in the next segment. Many of you said, yeah, he's a doctor. He's healing the nation. And I thought to myself, oh my God. Oh my God, we really are in trouble in this country. It's not the politicians. It's not the Democrats or the Republicans or the panic hands. No, it's the voters. The voters. Everybody wants to say the other side is low information voters. Well, if you were on Facebook this morning defending that post that he eventually took down, which tells you were defending a mistake, but you were defending it nonetheless, and then if you turned around after he took it down and tried to go with the Red Cross doctor excuse, you're the problem. You, my friends, are the problem. And that's why this country can't change. That's why we can't fix a problem. That's why nothing will get fixed. Because the voters, not the politicians. The politicians are only doing what they know they can get away with. Because the voters, well, we'll just leave it at that. When we come back, I'm going to read to you some Facebook posts that I saw defending this image. It's going to crack you up. Because you're going to say to me, Shelley, that's satire. You made that up. And I'm going to tell you, no, this is a real person. We'll be right back. 448-720-0750. 1-800-WSB-TALK.